Good morning and welcome to Team Perspective 2 News. I'm Chazz Whaley.
And I'm Julia Griffin. Coming up, everything from Coney to prom to gluten-free eating. But first, a major mystery in the lives of college-bound teens, admissions.
You spend hours choosing the perfect words for the essay. You hit submit and your college application is gone. The mystery for most high school seniors lies in what happens between that fateful click and the final acceptance or rejection letter. Team Perspective Naya Frazier has the inside scoop.
That's right. Her hands are the final destination of your masterpiece application. She's Shannon Gundy, the Director of Admissions at University of Maryland. Her mission?
We're looking for students that are not only academically talented, but are interesting, diverse, and are going to help change the face of the university by the things that they do when they're enrolled as students there.
How exactly do admissions counselors pick those students? Most schools will tell you that their review process is holistic. But the nightmare of 4 years of hard work being eclipsed by one tick in the race ethnicity box can seem very real in light of the case of Zhang Li, an Asian American student who sued Harvard and Princeton for rejection in 2006 on the basis of race, and a similar complaint made this year in California, which has since been dropped.
Being of a racial background, that means that you might have different perspectives, different experiences, is going to help us determine, yes, you might be somebody that we want to have at the university who's going to help shape a class of students that's interesting.
But is it fair for qualified students not to receive admissions for diversity's sake? The answer is complex.
For the college application process, it's a lot more difficult for people to understand that you're trying to round out a class of students that are going to be meeting a variety of needs across the campus.
And the goal of diversity is one that has merits outside of creating a colorful admissions brochure.
It's important to the University of Maryland, though, that we have an incoming class of students that is presenting a very diverse face. So we don't want a classroom of people that all think alike, that all agree with each other. It's going to be boring. You're not going to learn from each other.
As Ms. Gundy will tell you, a student can thrive at many institutions. Don't get stuck on thinking one place will be the only place for you. For Team Perspective 2 News, I'm Naya Frazier.
Getting your acceptance letter from that perfect college is a dream come true, but paying for it can be a nightmare. With soaring college tuition rates, students' dependence on scholarships and financial aid have increased. If you haven't started looking for money yet, check out these websites: collegereview.com, fastweb.com, blackexcel.com, mhec.state.md.us, and centralscholarship.org. Speaking of scholarships, if you want to learn more about repaying student loans, make sure you attend College Cash 101, an event hosted by centralscholarship.org. It will be held at the University of Baltimore on March 31st at 9 a.m. For more information, visit their website at central-scholarship.org.
Is your school in poor condition? Well, you're not alone. Hundreds of students attending Baltimore City Public Schools feel the same way. A new project called Transform Baltimore is trying to change this. Students take pictures of their locker rooms, restrooms, and windows, and the school with the worst condition will be selected to get a makeover. Visit transformbaltimore.org for more information.
Hey teens, think you don't have any influence on your education? When you drive, how much money you'll have to pay for college? Teen Perspective's Valarie Timms is here to tell you what you can do to make your voice heard.
I'm guessing you think that the decisions made in the Maryland legislature don't affect you, but you couldn't be more wrong. Currently, they are busy debating bills on changing the dropout age from 16 to 17, meaning you would have to stay in school for another whole year. Also, they are making regulations for electronic bullying. That means anything you text or say on Facebook can come back to haunt you. This is why it's important for you to vote. Lawmakers are directly impacting your life. Don't miss your chance to have a say in these decisions. And if you don't think your vote counts, consider this. The Iowa caucus was decided by just 34 votes. And in the last Baltimore City Council election, Warren Brandt won his seat by 15 votes. You probably have more people in your English class than that. To register to vote, visit elections.state.maryland.us. Remember, we are the future. Let's make our voices count. For Teen Perspective 2 News, I'm Valarie Timms.
For teens, Having money in our pockets is crucial, but the American dollar isn't the only form of currency in the world. Students from across the country compete in the Euro Challenge to try and discuss and solve problems with the euro. The competition consists of several rounds and even made a stop nearby Washington, D.C. For more information on the Euro Challenge, visit euro-challenge.org.
One story from around the world that has everyone talking is the Kony campaign. The video went viral. So what is Kony 2012?
After spending a few weeks with Jacob, he told me something I would never forget.
So it is better when you kill us. And if possible, you can kill us, you kill us. For us, we don't want now to stay. Because
you don't want to stay on Earth.
We are only two, no one taking care of us. We are not going to school. So
you would rather die than stay on Earth.
Yes.
Even now.
Even now. Are we going to stay in our future?
As of Sunday, March 18th, 98, as of Sunday, March 18th, 98 million people have watched the Kony 2012 video on YouTube and Vimeo. The video highlights the alleged injustices of Kony, including allegations about the kidnapping of some 65,000 children over the course of 26 years in Uganda. However, questions about invisible children rose when some claimed that the information was misleading. There are claims that Kony and his Lord's Resistance of army of child soldiers has not been a threat since the early 2000s. Despite this, the number of viewers continues to increase. While Kony is still in the loose, another man known for using child soldiers was put on trial Wednesday. Thomas Lubanga was accused of recruiting children, many times through force, into the armed forces in the Congo. A guilty verdict for Lubanga could lead to a similar punishment for wanted criminals like Joseph Kony.
Coming up on Teen Perspective News, find out how even as a teenager you can help save lives. The Red Cross is looking for teens like you to help donate blood.
School isn't all sunshine and smiles, but through Rachel's challenge, a kinder place may be coming to your school.
And later, we'll show you how to pick the perfect prom dress. See you after the break.
Hey Chazz, have you ever saved a life?
Well, I have, but it wasn't that easy.
It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to run into a burning building or pull someone from a train wreck to be a hero. You can save 3 lives every time you donate blood. So I went down to the Red Cross to see just how easy it is to make a difference.
I donate to save lives.
19-year-old Melanie Hooker has been donating blood every 2 months since she turned 16. It's become a routine for her.
Well, your first donation, you'll probably be a little scared of the needle, but the needle's not that bad. You sit there for about 10 minutes, and it's not as bad as people make it seem, so.
But Melanie isn't the only one who gives her Saturday morning to make a difference.
It just makes me feel like, okay, I'm helping others live, and it just makes me happy to do it.
Patricia Harlan was blind from birth, but she's been saving lives since 1977 through the Red Cross.
I mean, blindness is not going to cause me to die. I've had so many friends and family members that have died of cancer. And it just, it just makes me sad. So if I can help by donating blood, I'm just glad to do it.
It hurts a little, but that pinch saves 3 lives, and that makes all the difference. If you're 16 or older, with a form signed by your parents and weigh more than 110 pounds, you may be eligible to donate.
I feel like it's important to donate blood because, like I said, it saves about 3 lives a bag. So I feel like everybody should come out that can and donate.
If you would like to help, register to donate at redcross.org or call 1-800-GIVE-LIFE.
She is one of the most well-known kidnapping victims in America, and now Elizabeth Smart is coming to Maryland. At the age of 14, Smart was abducted and held prisoner for 9 months until being rescued in 2003. On April 27th, she will share her story on survival at the Cherish the Child Symposium at Mountain Christian Church in Joppa. What if you could impact millions of people even after you die? A 17-year-old girl named Rachel Scott knew she would do just that. Teen Perspective's Anna Muckerman has more on how Rachel is changing the attitudes of millions of students.
Rachel Scott always knew she would change the world, but in 1999, she became the first victim of the Columbine High School shooting. The compassion she shared with everyone she met prompted her family to create Rachel's Challenge. The organization focuses on spreading the message of love and acceptance to high school students around the world. The program teaches the 5 values outlined in Rachel's journals and Rachel's essay titled My Ethics, My Codes of Life. Students are encouraged to start a chain reaction of kindness. Schools can also start a Friends of Rachel Club. This month, Patterson-Mill High School got the chance to hear Rachel's message. Joining me is Shonda Kersey, a sophomore at Patterson-Mill High School, to tell us about her experience with Rachel's Challenge. Welcome, Shonda.
Hi.
So first, what was your experience like watching the presentation?
Well, me being an emotional person and very sensitive and going through a mild harassment and bullying situation, it was an emotional experience for me because knowing how those words that people said to me hurt, I can only imagine how it made someone who was going through something tougher than I did, how it made them feel.
And how did it affect your attitude towards others?
It made me want to be just like nice to everybody, and anytime I see someone in need of like someone to just talk to, I just want to be that person for them and let them know that I'll be there for them. Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to follow Rachel's message?
I think it's important because Rachel, she was the kind of person who I strive to be. Like, I want to be that person who can be nice to everybody, no matter what they dress like or what they talk like. I look up to her. She's like a role model.
And what are some of the values that Rachel's Challenge promotes?
Well, one of the most important ones is to look for the best in others, because everybody has like that spark. There's something good in them that you just have to look for and find it. Another one is to choose positive influences, because you don't want to have a bad influence or a bad person to look up to. Also, another one is to dream big and set your goals high and write those goals down so you won't forget them. And the last one is to start a chain reaction of kindness.
So your school started a Friends of Rachel Club.
Yeah.
What are some specific things you guys plan to do to keep the reaction going?
Well, first we want to start the new student program so that when we get new students at school, they can have friends there immediately or someone to talk to immediately and sit with at lunch. And also the kindness letters, to show groups of people at school that we appreciate them and the work that they do, like the cafeteria workers or the janitors. And also the paper chain, which is where we write acts of kindness on pieces of paper, and we connect them, and we want to see how big we can get it.
And so how do you hope this will impact your school and your community?
Well, I really don't want it to just stay in our school or stay in our community. I want it to go like out and beyond our school and our community, so that it like wildfires and everyone can catch hold, and so eventually we can get the perfect world.
To learn more about Rachel's Challenge or to have it come to your school, visit rachelschallenge.org. For Team Perspective 2 News, I'm Anna Muckerman.
It's Women's History Month, and this year, Baltimore hosted the Women of the World Festival on March 5th. Teen Perspective's Harris Rubenstein has the story.
In London last year, it attracted over 7,000 people. This year in Baltimore, it attracted about 2,700 people and over a dozen high schools on field trips. Clearly, wherever the WOW Festival pops up, women follow.
The purpose of all of WOW, Women of the World Baltimore, is to bring people together, women together, to really celebrate what we've done, what we've accomplished, what we are doing, and to create a debate for what we need to do to move forward.
Colleen McKenna is one of the organizers. She says the WOW Festival is a women's activist event featuring multiple speakers, and it is open for all ages.
It's all about finding your voice and telling your story. So from women who are 15 to women in their 80s, they're sharing and exploring, questioning things.
What's great about
Nutritionist Elise Rubenstein was impressed by the number of people that were attending.
The importance of this festival is that for me, even as a speaker, that we've been able to bring in women from all over Baltimore. There are lots of other women who are also working and taking care of a family, who are trying to figure out some strategies on how to do that better, to be more successful at their job, to create more balance in their lives.
On the event's opening day, the festival hosted hundreds of girls from grades 6 to 12. Special presentations from big names such as Baltimore's own Marin Alsop, helped give the students a truly unique experience. Our own Maicha Borneo attended the event.
Being a young girl, it was extremely enriching to see women around the world working for the greater good, and has definitely inspired me to go out and do the same.
The festival does plan on coming back to Baltimore next year, but they also plan on setting up camp in Brisbane, Australia and Mumbai, India. For more information, you can find them on Facebook by searching Women of the World in the search bar. For Team Perspective 2 News, I'm Harris Rubenstein.
March 10th marked the National Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. Celebrities made it their business to join one another in a public service announcement to inform women around the world during this Women's Month season.
I'm Vanessa Williams.
I'm Sean Robinson.
I'm Tamala Jones.
I'm Nadine Ellis.
I'm MC Light.
I'm Yvette Nicole Brown.
I'm Naturi Naughton.
I'm Essence Atkins.
I'm Tamara Taylor, and this is my deciding moment.
Make every moment a deciding moment to be greater than this disease.
For more information on deciding moments and HIV/AIDS awareness, visit greaterthan.org.
Coming up on Teen Perspective 2 News, we have everything you need to know about the right prom dress at the right price. Kendra will show us how to find a dress for your shape. Plus, we'll show you where to get a high-priced gown at a super low cost.
3 years ago, Rashard Weathersby sat in this chair, and now he's a director and producer of music videos. Hear his story and how you can do it too when we come back. Ever wonder what previous teen media stars are doing? Let's find out where they are now. Former TMP star Rashard Weathersby has returned to discuss his time on the show, what he has done in future projects. Thanks for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Good to see you. So, tell us about your time here with TMP.
My time with TMP was wonderful. I learned the ins and outs of the industry. I learned the do's and don'ts. Donna taught me very much aspects of, what to do and what not to do. She taught me communication, and networking is a big key, which has got me very far where I am now. Just telling people how I feel and what I want to do, my vision, and I've been very blessed to come as far as I have. And TMP really molded me and put me in the right position to be where I want to be. And Donna was really on me, making sure Rashard do this, Rashard do that, and I was just, okay. I'm thinking she's being rough on me, but at the same time, I'm like, it worked out on the end. I learned a lot. It put me in the best position I could be.
Okay, so what exactly have you been up to since TMP has ended for you?
Well, since I left TMP, I graduated in 2010. Since then, that summer, I started interning with a music video production company called Mills Miller Media, Capital Agent Media, interned with 106 in Park. I've done individual projects with different directors, just learning the ins and outs of the music video industry. So it's been very insightful traveling, all over the state, going from down south, up north, New York. I've spent a lot of time in New York.
Okay.
And I've just been pretty much working hard, networking, communicating, and just putting in the work to get good results.
Any upcoming projects?
Well, I'll be in New York this Friday. I have to go to New York to be with artist named Poe Johnson, and she's on Alala's forecourt. She's one of our friends, and I have to go start prepping for a project for her for this upcoming weekend. So that's one of our upcoming projects. I believe I have something come up for Diggy Simmons as well soon.
And what's something you want to accomplish in the industry as a director?
As a director, I want to put out a good vision. I want to accomplish a lot of, as far as music video, I have a goal of at least doing 230 videos before I get old. I want to spread off from being just a video director to being, directing CSI or The Game, other things, car commercials for Mercedes-Benz, Lexus, things such as that.
Can you tell us about any crazy experience you've had as a director?
Crazy experiences. One of them I had was that we were doing a video for Whaley a while back. I believe in like 2009. It was like my first summer interning, and we were on the set, and I guess I had the camera in my hand, and he supposedly guessed I thought it was paparazzi or something like that. So he's like, "No, you got to leave. You can't be here." And I'm like, "I'm part of the team." So I thought he was trying to come off at me the wrong way, but it was a crazy experience. At the same time, it was a fun one.
All right. Well, it was nice having you here with us today.
It was a pleasure.
Can you tell everyone how how to catch you, how to reach you?
You can contact me on my Facebook, which is just my name, Rashad Weathersby, or you can catch me on my email, which is rashadweb@gmail.com. My Twitter, which is also rashadweb. And that's pretty much my communication. That's the best way to contact me.
Okay.
I'm on Twitter a lot.
Well, I'm Chazz with your Teen Perspective.
Looking for an alternative to eating wheat? Teen Perspective's Maicha Borneo shares one teen's lifelong struggle with a gluten-free diet and some tasty meal ideas just for you.
What if you suddenly couldn't eat your favorite foods? With a gluten-free diet, hundreds of teens in the U.S. experience this disadvantage every day. Meghan Burton was a normal kid until she developed a common disorder known as celiac disease.
I was actually really upset, and I would sometimes cry myself to sleep because I was just like, all my friends are having these great, delicious foods and stuff, and I actually knew what they all tasted like, so it's like I'm missing out on these great, delicious stuff.
A gluten-free diet means that the food cannot contain wheat, rye, oats, barley, or malt. In the United States alone, celiac disease affects about 1 in 133 people.
The first couple months were really hard because I was only eating probably grilled chicken and rice, and that's actually really bland.
Instead of losing hope, Meghan used her disease to start a unique hobby.
I came up with these new recipes and stuff where I got into cooking and baking, and it just became a passion of mine. Ready?
Among her many recipes, her favorite foods to make are cupcakes.
Well, these are the cupcakes, and I actually have Betty Crocker makes a cupcake mix that I used, and I made homemade icing, like buttercream icing, which is really good, and sprinkles on them. And it's actually not hard. It's just a different food. They actually take the same amount of time and everything as regular cupcakes.
Many believe that gluten-free foods lack in taste, but Meghan shows that that is never the case.
There is a slight different taste, but mostly they're still really good.
Although having a setback can be extremely difficult, Meghan shows how it is possible to use a disease to craft one delicious hobby.
Coming up, we'll tell you what dresses will have you looking and feeling good for prom season. Kendra Hawkins will show you different prom dresses, everybody type, and we'll tell you what where to get designer dresses for a bargain right after these messages.
Prom season is fun and exciting, but it can also be pretty stressful. Teen Perspective's Kendra Hawkins has a few tips to make it easier.
Finding the right prom dress can be a difficult task, but one store is making it so it does not have to be. Synchronicity Boutique in Pikesville specializes in finding a dress that is right for every customer.
When looking for a dress, someone should be finding something that makes them feel as beautiful as possible at a budget that they planned on spending.
Achieving the best look is the key to dress shopping, and no matter what your body type is, this boutique makes it easy to find the perfect dress.
Quincy is fun size, and the big thing with someone like Quincy is, as beautiful as she is, to make sure that she's wearing the dress instead of the dress wearing her. And so it accentuates her curves, it shows off her sense of fun. It's a party dress, and she's dressed and ready to party. Diamond's a gorgeous, real woman, and she's got a fabulous figure as well. And what this dress does is, by lacing up the back, it allows it to be a corset, so she really doesn't need the bra with the dress. It also means that it shows off her fabulous figure. Brittany, again, is very gorgeous, very traditional model shaped, but oftentimes a dress can swallow up the model. And so what this dress does, it accentuates her itty-bitty waist and shows off all of her strengths. The colors are beautiful on her. What I love about this dress on Lindsay is that Lindsay has a fabulous traditional hourglass figure, and that it really shows off her incredible figure.
Before you reach the checkout line, there is one thing you must be sure of.
It's very important to us, as I said, that everyone feel beautiful, no matter what their shape, their size, their budget.
If you like any of the prom dresses that you've seen today, visit Synchronicity Boutique in Pikesville, Maryland to find the dress that's right for you. For Teen Perspective, I'm Kendra Hawkins.
Well, that's it for this edition of Teen Perspective 2 News.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to join us for next month's show on April 29th. Bye!
See you.